Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 12 for the event marriage prospects. In this example, we are going to study the birth chart of a male whose marriage prospects destiny is moderate. It does not indicate complete troubled marital life, but it is indicating some obstacles and hurdles in the marital life. And because if you study the key planets, there will be only one or two planets without any mixed significations. Our remaining planets will have mixed significations. So because of that, that in destiny planet also will be having those mixed key planets in their rulers and in their influence. Because of that, there will be some sort of hurdles in the marital life. And in this, we are going to check how the destiny and also the timing of event also we are going to check in this. Example 12, moderate marriage prospects. In this example, the important points that can be found, our regular points, that role of key planets of the destiny in the Dasa Lord, and role of key planets of the Dasa in Bugdi in the timing of marriage. And also Bugdi Lord's key planet will be there in the Antra, that is called Pilt connections, and impact of these supports and rulers link. These are the three important points normally we'll be looking at each and every chart, that is that we can find very clearly in this chart also. And apart from that, as I was saying that, there could be some mixed significator. Many key planets will be having that. So out of that, which is better and which is ruling the Dasa, destiny and Dasa, which are more favorable for the marriage, we could find the importance of the key planets in this chart. This is the birth chart of that male that we are going to study, the general study. Let me open the North Indian chart. Let us study the preliminary study. Lagna is Sagittarius Lagna. Lagna Lord Jupiter is in the Gemini in the 6th house, but close to the 7th cusp and aspecting to the Lagna. This is good in general. Occupying the 6th house, but close to 7th cusp is fine, and aspected by Saturn. 2nd Lord, 3rd Lord, Saturn in the 12th house, but conjoined to the Lagna. So it is aspecting to Jupiter. So that is good. 2nd Lord, 3rd Lord from the connected to Lagna, aspecting to Jupiter, that is in the 6th house, close to 7. So anyway, the 7th Lagna Lord is well posted, connected to the 7th house, aspected by the Saturn from the 12th house. So 7th house is connected to the 12th house also, and also 6th house also. And now let us check the 7th Lord. 7th Lord Mercury. 7th Lord Mercury posted in the 9th house in the Virgo sign, but close to the 11th house. 11th Lord. 6th Lord, 11th Lord Venus is conjoined with Mercury. So 7th Lord Mercury in own sign in the Virgo sign, but in the 9th house, but in the same sign, Venus is posted. Basically, this place is not a good place for Venus because it is Virgo, it is debilitated, but still it is 6th Lord also, it is 7th Lord is connected to the conjoined with the 6th Lord. It is causing some obstacles, some weakness, but Venus is also 11th Lord. So 7th Lord Venus is connected to 11th Lord, and also it is 9th house occupying, and it is also connected to the 6th Lord in the 10th house. So it is having some mixed significations, and Saturn is aspecting to the Mercury. Saturn is what? Saturn is the 2nd Lord, 3rd Lord, aspecting to that 7th Lord Mercury. that is good. From the 12th house has got some weakness, but that Saturn is aspected by Jupiter. That Saturn is aspecting to Venus and Mercury. So that Lagna Lord posted in the 6th house, placed to close to 7th house, aspecting to Saturn, and Saturn is aspecting to it. In other words, also that 7th Lord is connected to Jupiter, because Jupiter is in the sign of Mercury only. That is also placed well. So because of the 6th house and 10th house are also present, it is supportive for the professional prospects on its own, because 7th Lord is connected. But because of this, 6th house and 10th house are also influencing, and Saturn also from the 12th house is influencing. It is indicating some weakness, because 6 is also connected, Venus also not 6th Lord and 11th Lord and conjunct with it. So some weakness are indicated, but not detrimental. So that I think we are able to understand now only by way of extended study whether these unfavorable significations in the extended significations are more unfavorable, or it is okay. We have to check it. So now let us move to the next step, selecting the event. That I have already done it. Now what we have to do, we have to check the self-signification of all planets. Self-signification and planet colors. Yes. Now, Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord, 4th Lord, occupying 6th house, close to 7th cusp Jupiter that we already saw, but 311 star lord and 4 and 10 cuspal sublord. So this 4 and 10 is having some weakness, but if you look at 1, 4, 6, 7, 3, 11, 4, 10 is good for the Lagna's position and also status and professional prospects as far as profession is concerned. So, but the same planet has got 3 and 11s. 1, 7, 3, 11, the two Kama Trikon is present. So it is good for the, marriage prospects also, but with some sort of weakness in the affection. So Jupiter, we can make it as the blue color, because it has got 6 and 4 and 10. And second Lord, 7th Lord, let us go to 7th Lord. 7th Lord, 10th Lord occupying 9th house, it is good. But 4, 8, 12 star Lord and 2, 5, 7, 8, 11 cuspal sublord. It has got very good grouping, starting with the 7 to 9 and 2, 5, 7, 11. And 8 also supportive when it is connected to 2, 5, 7, 11 cuspal sublord. Very good houses, it is being the cuspal sublord. But only thing is, it has got the 4, 8, 12, it is talking about obstacles. So having got very good grouping, especially 2, 5, 7, 11 cuspal sublord and being the 7th Lord, we can give green color. Because of the 4, 8, 12, we can make it Mercury as the light green. Normally, when 4, 8, 12 coming, we can give blue, but because of more favorable grouping, we can give light green. And 11th Lord. 11th Lord, also 6th Lord, occupying 10th house, and 1, 5, 9 cuspal star Lord, and 1 and 12 cuspal sublord. Being the 6th Lord occupying 10th house, it is good for the professional prospects. It is nothing to do with the marriage prospects. It is not causing strong affliction to the marriage prospects, but it is being the 6 and 10 and 1 and 12, 12th house sublord, it is having some weakness, definitely. It is more focused on the professional prospects than the marriage prospects, but 11th Lord 1 fine is present. So because of the unfavorable and also favorable signification, we can give Venus as the pink shade, mixed. Sun, 9th Lord occupying 8th house, and Ketu, 6th cuspal sublord. So being the 9th Lord, but having some obstacle giving houses, and Ketu represents 8 and 6, it is having weakness, but being the 9th Lord, we cannot give light red also, because it has got a 9th house also, and we can make it a pink. Sun is also pink. It is a mixed significator. Suppose Sun is having some good significator in the supports, ninth house will get the support of those planets. So we have to give that it is the pink shade because a mixed one, being the ninth lord. Okay. Then Moon, eighth lord, 10th occupant, 216. This is not good. So it is not detrimental also, but being the eighth lord occupying 10th house and 2-6, this is supportive for the professional prospect, not good for the marriage prospects or the marital harmony. So what we can do, Moon we can give light red. And Mars, fifth lord, 12th lord occupying ninth house and 10th star lord. 5 and 9 is good and 12 is not bad, but 10th star lord supporting to the 12. So 5 and 9 is good, and because of the 12 and also 10, we can make Mars is blue color. And Rahu, 2, second house occupant and 7 cuspal star lord is good, representing Saturn also good houses. So Rahu definitely is going to be green color. And Saturn, second lord, third lord occupying 12th house close to Lagna, 3 and 9 sublord, and Rahu also represented by Saturn. So that way Saturn also is good. Saturn and Rahu we can give green color. So Saturn, Rahu green color, and Mercury is light green. What about Ketu? 8, that is going to be light red, right? 8 and 6. So we can make it red, red also. Yes, Ketu can be given red. And Sun only we have given the pink shade because of the mixed one. We have here 8th occupant and 6th sublord is not good. Red I have given. I think here this chart has got a mixed significator, all colors, blue, green, and red, and also pink. It indicates mixed marital life. It itself is indicating. Now we have to check the destiny. Just a minute. Yes. Now let me open the marital chart and North Indian chart, our significators. Okay. Now, which are the favorable key planets? We got good key planets also, along with that mixed. Rahu is good. Rahu, Jupiter also fine, but more than Jupiter, Saturn and Mercury. Rahu, Saturn, Mercury are the primary good key planets, and the blue color Jupiter and Mars. Then Moon is unfavorable, and what else? Ketu also unfavorable. The remaining are all mixed one. So we have to check the seventh ruler. Who is the seventh lord? Seventh lord is Mercury and also seventh sublord. Is a light green because of the obstacle causing houses it is having in the CST. Mercury is good. Star level planet is light red. So this is having some weakness. But if you look at seventh lord and seventh sublord in the star of a planet, 8, 10, 2, 6. It is talking about the professional prospects. It is, if you focus this chart for the professional prospect, 7th lord, 10th lord, and 7th sublord in the star of a planet, 8, 10, 2, 6. It is supportive for the own business prospects, right? With some obstacles, that's all. But if you look at from the marriage prospects, it is in the star of moon, it is having some weakness, but it is not talking about 6, 12, all these things, but it is indicating some sort of setbacks or some sort of disliking or some unwanted signification by the moon. Mind will get disturbed by this, right? It is indicating some weakness. Now that star level planet significations has to be studied carefully, whether it is getting the support from the support planets to support these moons unfavorable significations to get reduced, and the to a level planet, that is one level when it is weak, that level planet can be further increased its favorable strength by way of supports and its star level planet. That is the basic rule. Now, before checking the support planets, let us check the star lord. Or the star lord is Rahu or good key planet. So that is very good key planet. So star level planet is giving some obstacles to the source planet destiny, but star lord of the star lord, it is reducing the weakness of the moon. And now that is not the aim. Now the sublord has to further support to the favorable, not to the moon's unfavorable. Sublord is Jupiter, is a blue planet, 1, 6, 7, 3, 11. It is good only. It has got some weakness supporting to this, all talking about the professional prospects one, but for the marriage point of view, it is not giving any sort of strong unfavorable. This Rahu's favorable are further supported by the Jupiter, and moon's unfavorable are reduced by the sublords and favorable significations. Favorable presence along with some weakness also present, but more than that, 1, 7, 3, 11 are strongly present. Now, that sublord, that is third step, Jupiter in the star of again Rahu, Saturn. So that way, that Rahu, that primary good key planet, not the primary cuspal sublord planet, it's a good key planet, he is giving strength to the sublord and also to the star lord. Now let us check whether moon is having any other planet in its supports or forming ruler link. Moon is having Jupiter. So Jupiter is there. Moon is aspected by Jupiter and is the sublord. That is good. And moon is having Venus in its supports, Rasi Lord. Venus is a mixed significator, not bad, because 6, 11, 1, 5, 9 and 1 and 12. It is a mixed significator. So importantly, moon is aspected by Jupiter. Jupiter is the sublord. It is forming ruler link. That is good. And of course, Jupiter is further getting the support from the Rahu, as I said, and Jupiter is also getting the support from the Saturn, our another green color planet. So Jupiter is there, and Mercury also Rasi Lord. So favorable key planet. So it means what? Jupiter planet, Lagna Lord, having got Saturn, Rahu, Mercury in its supports, and also Star Lord, also Rahu. That way, though there are some weaknesses present, but through the ruler link and supports, that destiny is becoming stronger, right? But still, that star level weakness, that whatever the unfavorable are going to be experienced, the seventh house is going to experience this or this also, that will be there always, but that will not be permanent. That will be, that will be managed by the support planets, favorable key planets, and with the rulers link. I think you are able to understand now. Marriage is promised despite some obstacles, but will be promised, and the marital life will be moderate because of these signification. They'll be more focused on the professional prospects, and that affections are little bit lesser because of these houses are not connecting to the fifth house, 11th house, all these things. But still, that sublevel planet is giving some strength, and 2 level also giving strength. Some more it will be balanced, right? So now we have studied the destiny planet, seventh lord also, seventh sublord also. Which are the favorable key planets we have studied? Mercury, importantly Rahu, Saturn. They are repeatedly coming, and Rahu, Saturn, and Jupiter. So Mercury, Saturn, Rahu, and Jupiter. So all are playing role in the destiny. So now we have to check the Dasa Lord. Just a minute. Let me close this one. Let us check the Dasa Lord. Dasa Lord at the time of marriage, marriageable age from 22 years onward, that Saturn Dasa is running. Presently running still the Saturn Dasa from January 2012. That Saturn, if you check, Saturn itself is our strong favorable key planet, which is making the destiny also strongly favorable. That itself is the dasala. That is important. Now, Saturn in the star of Venus, it is a mixed one, though it is sixth lord, 11, and also 159 star lord. This is good. So it is mixed one. Now, the Venus star lord in the star of your planet Mars, 6, 11, and these 11 and 5 and 9 are supported by 5 and 9. And 6 is getting some support from the 12 and 10. But 12 and 10 also weak because 5 and 9 are present. So that favorable are getting supports, unfavorable houses are getting some support here. So it is a mixed. 6 is reduced by 5. That also we have to keep it in mind. Now, sublord also the same. So now, when compared to the source planet, Dasa Lord, that star lord and sublord are having some weakness. That we are able to see that, right? So now let us check what is the sub-sublord of that Saturn. Sub-sublord of the Saturn, let us check, because star lord and sublord are the same. Saturn sub-sublord is Sun. Saturn sub-sublord is Sun. Okay, let us reposition. Sorry. Yes. I think this is perfect. Yes. Saturn sub-sublord is Sun. Sun is ninth lord occupying eighth house. So Sun is also not a very strong good key planet. It is also mixed one. Now what we have to see whether that star lord Venus is getting support from any other good key planet, especially Saturn. If Saturn itself or Rahu are passing their ruler link, being present in the supports of the Venus, then it is going to be more favorable. Let me open the EPS table. You can see Venus is having Mercury in its conjunction. It is good. Mercury is another strong favorable key planet because of the seventh sublord. And despite some obstacles, it has got favorable grouping. Blue planet, sorry, that is a green color planet. That is strong favorable key planet. And Venus is aspected by Saturn. So that is the one which we are expecting. Jupiter in the star of Venus, that Venus is aspected by Saturn. And Rasi Lord is Mercury and also conjoined with Mercury. So that way Venus is getting two supports, that Mercury and also Saturn representing Rahu. So that way that favorable strength are further increased by Mercury and Saturn. And 2A level planet is Mars. Mars is aspecting to Rahu and having got Saturn. So that way Mars also getting the support of Rahu at the 2A level. Sub-level, again same planet. So in other words, the source planet Saturn is influencing the star lord and also sub-lord and other levels also. Apart from that, the star lord planet having other key planets also. That way, Saturn, the star lord, is supportive for the marriage despite some obstacles, because that is also we have to see this. Now, what are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord? Saturn, Rahu. That is most important because that is making that destiny also more favorable. That itself is Dasa Lord is that Saturn itself. That Saturn itself is passing its ruler link to the other level. So the role of Saturn or Rahu is important in the Buddhi Lord. Apart from that, other key planets also, if it is playing, it is well and good. So now Saturn Dasa. How about Mercury Buddhi? Mercury Buddhi in the star of moon, not good. So that Mercury Buddhi will not be strong enough to conduct the marriage. Though it is the primary cuspal sublord planet, it is not strong enough to conduct the marriage. Then Ketu. Ketu is not good because Ketu having all levels are having mixed significator only. It is not having Saturn or Rahu in its rulers. Venus is the star lord of the Saturn under the influence of Saturn. Saturn also playing at this sub level, that is fine. Venus is okay, but being the sixth lord, starting with and having got some weakness, but having got the ruler link, that is good only, but still it has got some weakness being the sixth lord. So we have to keep this in waiting list. And Sun. Sun is actually, it is a, I mean, in the source, it is okay, being the ninth lord. And star level planet is Venus. Venus is at the star level having 6,000, 12,000 got weakness. But being the ninth lord in the star of Venus, these are also having some weakness, and 9 is also supported. And 12 level planet is Mars is coming, and again sub-level is Rahu. Here Saturn is playing, the Rahu is playing, and Rahu in the star of Mars are favorable key planet. So now Venus and Sun are in the competition, right? Then what about Moon? Moon is star planet is not good. Star Lord is okay. Sublord is plus and minus, but the planet is not good, so that we cannot take it. Mars, the star of this one, no, Sun, and the role of Saturn is not playing here also. Here is star level, but it is not playing role here. Ragu itself, when we talked about, Ragu is good. Star level is mixed one, and the blue color. And Mercury is at the sublord. So Mercury is good at the sublord, and 4812 at the CST, that we have to check this. So Ragu also better. And Jupiter, in the Saturn Dasa, Jupiter, I mean, so because that native already got married, now that native is running Saturn and Moon only. So that Dasa, that marriage would have happened either in the Mercury not possible, Ketu not possible, where only in Venus or Sun. But why I'm taking all the planets to know their self-significations, and also their all level significations, whether they can be strong enough in acting as the antra, that we, for that we can check that. So Jupiter is, Rahu is okay, Mercury also okay, and that we have to keep this in mind. Okay, then but star sublord plan, that star lord of the sublord Moon is present, that is not good. If Moon is passing a ruler link to the other levels, then it is going to be weak. That also we can check whether Moon is passing ruler link to the other level. Yes, Jupiter is having Moon here, and what you call Rahu is not having Moon directly, and sublord Mars also is not having, and Mercury is not having Moon, or last level Moon, and influencing the Jupiter first level. So it has got some weakness that we have to keep it in mind. So now out of the all the planets, which planets are comparatively better under Saturn is Venus and Sun and Rahu. So out of them, which is comparatively better, we have to see that. And we can see that Venus and Sun, if you do the comparison, both sublords are good. But Star Lord, here it is having, source is having some weakness, and Star Lord of that Venus is having Mars. It has got some plus and minus. Here it is having that plus and minus. Source is good, but effect is having some weakness. But source is having some weakness because of the sixth Lord. And connecting to the 12, it has got some weakness. 6 connecting to 12, and also having 12th house here. And that is further supported by the Sun. Here it is in a different order. Sun is 9th Lord, and the star of Venus, 11th Lord, 6th Lord, 11th Lord, and having got mixed signification, supporting to the 11, 1 fine is present. 2A level is Mars, 5 and 9. So this is starting with the source is good. And this one is starting itself has got some weakness. So let us check the EPS table detailed study. Venus is in conjoined with Mercury. Star Lord is Mars. Mars is having Sun and Ketu in the conjunction. So that Sun and Ketu are the Star Lord of the Mars. That Mars is having here. Conjunction Sun is fine because 9th Lord, but 8th occupant, 6th sublord also present. So it has got some weakness in the support. It means Mars is having some weakness in the conjunction, the two forming rodal link. That is causing some weakness at the star level. Right now, let us check the Sun planet. Sun in the source only, it is having that weakness, and Sun in the star of planet, Venus is having that mixed significator, but 9 is supported by 11, 159, conjoined with Mercury, conjoined with Saturn. So Venus is getting the, good, influence from the ruler link. So that way, this Mars is having there, Venus, when we studied, Mars was star lord for Venus in when we are studied. Here also Mars is star lord for Venus, but acting only at the 2A level. The impact of the Ketu is going to be only in the 2A level. That too, it will not form ruler link because here Sun is in the source planet. Ketu there here only. Ketu is not coming after that. So here if you see 9, 11, 1, 5, 9 and 1 and 5 and 9 supported by the Mercury and Saturn. So this is comparatively better. And Rahu playing role sublord 2 and 7. And that is also passing ruler link here also. And Saturn representing Rahu. So all levels are influenced by the Rahu. Here Saturn. Saturn is having some weakness, but Rahu is strongly present. So based on this, if you see that Saturn Dasa, Sun Bugdi stronger than the Venus. Right? So in Sun Bugdi, then what is the, where we forgot to discuss about the Rahu when compared to Sun. Rahu also the same case like Venus. Rahu in the star of Mars, Mars in the star of Sun. The Mars is having Ketu in its supports because conjoined with Sun representing Ketu, that is playing role, right? The same thing what we explained for the Venus, Mars is conjoined with both Sun and Ketu. That are playing role at the 2A level, so that is forming ruler link. So star level having some weakness strongly. So that way, that is further supported by the 4A12. So that way, that Rahu having some weakness at the star level because of the 2A level and the ruler link. But here, Sun is not like that. Sun is having some mixed significations, but it is having good key planets, Saturn and Mercury in its support. That way it is good. So Saturn Dasa, Sun Bugdi is stronger. Under Sun Bugdi, Rahu or Venus will be favorable to conduct the marriage as Antara period, right? Whether this or that. Out of this, which is better? Obviously, Venus is better than the Rahu because Rahu is sublord is having 4, 8, 12. So this is also having 8 and 12 and ruler link like what it is having. But here it is not like that. Sublord is having our Saturn 2, 3, 3, 9. Good key planet. It is playing role. Important key planet. It is playing role at this sub level. So that way, Saturn Dasa, Sun Bugdi, Venus Antra is more favorable to complete that marriage prospects. So what exactly happened? Marriage, that engagement or registered marriage has happened. Initially that engagement, the fixation you used to say, that happened during that Saturn Dasa, Sun Bugdi, Rahu Antra. Because it is supportive for the 2, 7, 5 and 9, 9, all these favorable for the confirmation or engagement. But the social marriage happened during that Saturn Dasa, Sun Bugdi, Venus Antra, right? But because of these 6, 12, all these signification, during that Venus Antra, because Dasa Lord itself in the star of Venus, it is indicating some weakness. With the support only, it is becoming favorable. So during that Venus itself, the native had some sort of mental disturbance or some sort of dispute within the family. After the engagement, but finally it was advised that no, nothing. Everything will be fine. So somehow it has balanced, and the marriage also, happened during the Saturn Dasa, Sun Bugdi, and Venus Antra. So let me tell the date of marriage. Date of marriage is social marriage 4/12/2022. 4/12/2022. Sun Bugdi, Venus Antra. 4/12/2022 was the marriage date. Let me note it down. Just a minute, let me erase all these things. Date of marriage 4/12/2022. Saturn Dasa and Sun Buddhi and Venus Antra. You can see this, the role of the key planet, Saturn, Rahu, Saturn, Saturn. Without, when the Dasa Lord itself is a strong key planet, that role is important. That too, Rahu is coming, definitely it is going to be there. And that way, you can see all the other planets which are having that, which are not having that Rahu, Saturn in their ruler, they will not give, even if they are present. If their other rulers are not good, then that will not favor. That way, this Venus and Sun has given the marriage during their period. Let us check the transit also. 4/12/2012. 4/12/2022. Let me open the natal chart. Yes. Where is the Jupiter? Jupiter is posted in the Pisces sign. In the natal chart, it is running in the Pisces. Whether it is Jupiter is aspecting to natal, Venus or seventh house or seventh lord. Yes, Jupiter is aspecting to Venus and also seventh lord Mercury. That is good. So that way that Jupiter's aspect also supportive in the transit. And apart from that, Saturn, Dasa, Sun, Buddhi and Venus Antra, where the moon is in the sign of Mars and star of Ketu. Moon in the sign of Mars. Mars is, where is the key planet? Yes, just a minute. Sorry. Yeah, you can see Mars. Mars is fifth lord occupying ninth house. That is good only. So that Mars also Mars is in the star of Sun. It's not so good. But Mars is a key planet. Its nine lord is also 5 and 9 and conjoined with the Rahu. And Rahu is a good key planet, 2 and 7 significator. And Moon, that moon transits sublord and all, we cannot take it because according to the time that can vary. And then Saturn, Sun, Venus. Saturn in the sign of Sun itself, in the star of Mars, and that is supportive, and sublord is Rahu, our key planet. And Sun in the sign of Mars, again, you can see Mars role is strongly playing role here. And Sun is conjoined with Venus, and Sun is in the star of Mercury. Mercury is our green color planet. It's a good key planet. Sun in the star of Mercury. And sublord is, that is, Dasa Bhuktī Antara is Venus. Venus is in the sign of Mars itself, also in the star of Mercury. The favorable key planet, the Mercury is playing role, and Mars is playing role because Mars is also supporting key planet, and that transit of Jupiter is also supportive. I think we are able to, find the support of the transit also at the time of marriage. I think you are able to understand how important the strong favorable key planet, which is making the destiny, is favorable. And also when the same key planet is acting as the Dasa Lord, its role is importantly playing in the Buddhi and Antara also. Because other key planets are not playing role directly, they are on the supports, but Saturn and Rahu are strongly playing. And the other rulers are having some weakness, but with the influence of this, that Saturn Rahu through the supports and forming ruler link, it is making favorable. I think you are able to understand. Thank you. We will meet in the next video.